Super Mario Sunshine. A game that surprisingly held up well despite being on this thing. Seriously, what the f***, Nintendo? Although most people probably played it on the Wii because of the GameCube compatibility, you can't deny how good this game looks on such old hardware. This shit is nuts, look at the water, man. But I know that you clicked on this video for Super Mario Eclipse, and to put it into perspective, it's like Super Mario Sunshine, but better. So let's talk about it. Starting with, what does this mod change? Well, for starters, the game is supposed to be played with a dark shader, but you can change that in settings, so I did because I preferred the brightness of the game, but it is called Super Mario Eclipse for a reason.
Fine.
Next up is that this mod also makes you able to travel between every original Super Mario Sunshine levels plus additional ones like an open world. You don't need to use the usual teleports, but you can, of course, if you want to be a lazy bit. Also, you can switch characters, but to unlock Luigi, you need to beat the game at least once, and as for Piantassimo, you have to complete every level with Piantassimo in them. The game feels really special being able to travel between stuff like this, and it adds a lot that you could consider possibly missing from the original game. Not that I know if it actually is. You can even travel to Noki Bay, which I was sure that would be the one thing they would leave out, but not even. Erto Rock. Admittedly, the first shrine here is kind of a bit annoying because of the time limit, but it's completely manageable. I actually really adore how this mod brings almost every aspect that wasn't put into the original game to life and then some. If you go to this spot in Rico Harbor, you can see a map of Isle Delfino, where multiple other spots are now lit up compared to the original map, like Erto Rock for example. For a rocky type area, the atmosphere rocks, aside from the fact that there are some buildings and stuff that are obviously just for show, but the place really has a charm that's irreplaceable. And Super Mario Sunshine has that with every level too, so to see this brought out here too is just so awesome. Also, I'm not entirely sure if these rocks with this fireball symbol on them are new, but they look new, and I only found out a while ago that you can use the rocket nozzle and ground pound to break these.
Seriously, how the fuck did I not know this?
Now near here, let's talk about Warship Island, and
why the fuck is Mario drafted? What the hell?
So this first shine starts with you needing to destroy mines that were misfired into the ocean on mistake. Also, apparently these guys don't even know what a warship is. Morons. The design here really makes me feel right close to what it's supposed to be, and it seems like the vision was realized. I like this area quite a lot, despite unfortunately needing to go underwater sometimes here more than above ground. Speaking of underground, the bunker could use a bit more work, but despite that it's not perfect, I still like it a lot, and it feels very Super Mario Sunshine to me. And these two peaks in the back are a pretty nice touch to the overall feel. Also, someone even points out that the sails are active and the boats just don't move. I mean, who needs moving boats when you can just draft whoever you want to do your work?
Wow, what an asshole.
Off the cusp of Gelato Beach, Lighthouse Island is a very small island and it's storming. From an outside perspective, the music here makes this sound dark, like really dark, and with the storm causing tragedy, it's no wonder. When you get to the lighthouse door, the owner tells you that there's a shine sprite inside that's gone completely mad. Yeah, you heard me right. Somehow these inanimate objects have the ability to go on rampages and shit. It's pretty crazy. We're let inside and we need to defeat the shine as a boss on its own. Its corruption is clearly manifested, and honestly, I died the first time in this fight because I missed when Flood said that the way to fight back is to dive into it when it pounds the ground, but after learning that, it was no problem, and this became a favorite of mine for merely keeping me on my toes. After you beat it, the storms go away as expected. There's a few Piantas making a living here, and they have a small town as well as even a beach bar to welcome newcomers. It's a very small and petite place, but it seems to be thriving, and although this one isn't as special as the other ones I mentioned, I still like it a lot, and the atmosphere is astonishing. I have to talk about the second shine because this shit with this damn time limit is annoying as Hotel Lacrima. Wow, this one is way more advanced than Hotel Delfino, and it's ran by the Mafia. Man, Mario really is getting in some shenanigans. So this shine starts with you needing to enter the hotel, and the music here is breathtaking. There's an arcade, 3 floors, and a kitchen, and that kitchen has this manhole covered by some boxes. Go down the hole, and this is no longer Super Mario Sunshine, it's Metal Gear Solid.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
Avoid the Mafia and make your way to the back of the area, and admittedly, I failed this a couple of times, but when you get to the back, here comes post-edit me to say that whatever I was talking about before is completely wrong, and this is the actual fight, and aside from it being easy as hell, it is a lot of fun. It's so cool that this is part of the level design here, as I wasn't expecting this. And the inside of the hotel as a whole just has a beautiful design. Aside from the elevator, that thing is admittedly too slow.
What a piece of shit.
but this is in Super Mario Sunshine, so there's only so much they could do with this. The outside is quite like Serena with Hotel Delfino, where you don't do much outside, but it's still a stunning view. And man,
What is this fucking level?
this is an absolute horrible level. It is so touchy, it is actually annoying. So much trial and error to get to the end. Don't believe me? I admittedly use save states because this is beyond annoying. I imagine this would be worse than the dreaded Sandbird level, and we all know how bad that is. But despite that, this does give the feel of Super Mario Sunshine as well as Super Mario 64, and it's quite a touch to this mod. If there weren't levels like this, it just wouldn't be the same. Near Hotel Lacrima, you can go to Pianta Village from one of the open world groves, and it's important because let's just fall beyond Pianta Village. Welcome to the Pianta Pit. Villagers from Pianta have also fallen down here just like Mario has from before. This could have gotten darker even if they added bodies of Mario in the pit, because in the original game he dies a lot here. But then you ask yourself, how did the Piantas survive the fall?
I don't know.
And that's also a bit hard to answer, but they haven't found a way out, and a few of them have gone nuts. These green ones will throw you out of nowhere like chucksters, and can make it a bit of a pain to traverse. This female Pianta ate the mushrooms, which according to this guy are poisonous, so now she's on a high of toxic shrooms and is dying. Then there's also this monster down here. If you go to the guy that the opening scene shows you, he tells you this monster has been disturbing the peace, and it's very underwhelming with only one stomp to its head and it's gone. Though I can only imagine that this was truly frightening for the Piantas. There's only one spot at the back that leads out of this pit, and these Pianta have to brave the jump like Mario to get out safely, and some of them might, but a lot will never leave, having been changed by the environment. A huge part of this mod is unfortunately locked by needing to get in 100% of the original game. It is annoying, but the new areas are pretty cool, starting with the Daisy Cruiser is something you get for this, and it is cool, but of course it's mostly just a port of the entire Mario Kart map, but hey, it says Super Mario Eclipse on the flags. That's cool. Something I found which I really want to talk about here is Mario's Dream. You find this by one of the sun-shaded chairs lit up. How could you miss it? You can only play as Mario in this first section. Peach is here in your dream. She's Mario's guidance, and she explains that Mario has a lot on his mind. And this just brings forward that Mario's life isn't stressless. He's human too, and he can't just brave everything. This is such a beautiful area that truly displays how broken a dream can really be, and Mario, despite that, needs his own conscience to focus on him sleeping well, which I didn't see what happens when you fail, but I won't show it either. Personally, I think that this is really an amazing part of this mod. There's this door you can go through on the Daisy Cruiser that'll bring you to this control room where there's a bunch of extra content, so I won't speak of it all, but I do want to mention this Vaporwave area, and this area for me was very refreshing. I love the design of it, even has a different version of Delfino Plaza playing here. It's just for fun, and the implication's definitely there. Hopefully you guys find the hidden area. I won't say, but it's cool too. Now to talk about Red Lily City. This area is well designed though. I love this city. On the first shine here, you're introduced to a female version of Piantasimo, and it's so cool there's another one, quite literally a level made for Piantasimo, and being able to float on bubbles is a great new concept. So many things about this place I adore. So, to sum things up, Super Mario Eclipse is an amazing mod, and I didn't talk about literally everything because I think this experience is important, and it's important to have fun and not have your experience ruined, so I encourage you to play this mod for yourself, and I'll leave an 100% Super Mario Sunshine save link in the description for you guys. If some of you already played it, feel free to give me your thoughts on it in the comments, and would love to hear your feedback on this video I made. See ya.